Hey, this is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and we have the great honor and pleasure of having my pal Robert Bubby Lewis here. We're going to be talking here. Bubby's on tour. He's in our neck of the woods for a change. It seems like we run into each other at the NAMM show year after year after year, and we're so busy we hardly ever have a chance to talk. But now that he's on my turf, now we have a chance to chat. Now, for the benefit of the people out there, let's kind of start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Bubby. Take it from the top. I know you started playing in church at an early age.
Yep, started playing in church. Still do. Man, 15 years later. So that was the first place I played, and that's going to be the last place I play for sure. Always going to do church. From Flint, Michigan. Moved from Flint to LA in 2005. It's been a long time, man. Dang, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since, 2005.
Time flies, I'll tell you, because the other day we were just talking to Ross Valerie with Journey, and he's going, well, it's been 45 years since I've been playing with the band. So, you know, it can just swing on by. But let's pick up where we left off. You know, Flint, Michigan, LA.
Yep. Flint, Michigan, LA, and I was gonna go to LA to, this is hilarious, for video game art design. That didn't work out. I actually went to the school, Westwood. Well, maybe I shouldn't say the school, but
A school.
Okay. And filled out all the information, paid for my initiation fee, all that kind of stuff. And I went there, and I had been calling the lady on the way to Los Angeles, like driving through Death Valley and all of that. And I said, I'll be there. She said, okay, come in Wednesday. So I came in on Wednesday when I made it, and they didn't even know who she was. Oh. So I guess I got scammed, kind of. Yeah. It was still fishy, but I just kind of stopped thinking about it because it doesn't make sense to me. But I was in LA, so I said I might as well stay. And, you know, I didn't really do a lot of playing around town and stuff like that. I went to a couple jams Andrew Goucher had, and when my career actually started, it was him. He was the one responsible for that. He made a phone call and got me playing with Snoop, and that was back in 2006 when he called me.
10 years.
Yeah, wow. And I officially started with Snoop in 2007. And played with him for almost, 5+ years, and went from him to Lupe Fiasco, went from Lupe to basically Janae Aiko now. Of course, in the way, what I learned about the industry, you work with one person, and you'll end up working with everybody they're associated with. So from Snoop came, you know, DJ Quick and The Game and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Too Short and E4. You kind of just work with everybody that's affiliated with that person. So,
well, it's like you're constantly in a state of audition, and as long as you're just behaving and, you know, keeping flying on the straight and narrow, that they go, okay, we can work with this guy.
Or like that, and that mostly what happens is they'll say, I need a bass player, or I need somebody to lay some bass on some stuff, and oh, well, you the dude I used, blah blah blah. So then they'll call me, and you just kind of just show up and do it. There you go. You know, so that's kind of my story. Gotcha. You know, I mean, everybody has a different story. Mine is
well,
it's a weird story, man.
And Bubby's a little fatigued because you've been in how many cities now? By the time you're getting here, you got 2 more left.
Put it like this: I left for Japan April 26th. Came back from Japan July 25th. Left for this tour July 28th.
Wow.
So I had 2 days off, kinda. And then I've been gone from the 28th till, what is the date today? The 1st, September 1st. September 1st. And we have one more show. Get home, I got about a week off. and then I'm back to Japan till December.
Gotcha.
So,
and tell us a little bit what you've got going on in Japan. What are you up to? I know that you've been studying ninjutsu as you're confronting all of the evil the people in the woods. We've seen the Groove Gear video.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So,
Japan, man, that experience. I've experienced a lot of. I've been on a lot of amazing tours in my career, but this Japan tour is like, it's like out of a comic book.
There you go.
Literally to
which
go.
Which is perfect for you.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, in another life I am Japanese. I'm not a black, Indian, Middle Eastern, Irish, Cherokee guy. I'm a straight up Japanese kid that eats a bunch of sushi.
There we go.
But man, literally to wake up in different cities out there to do shows, and you look outside the hotel and it's a castle, like I'm in La La Land when it comes to that. I can't even explain how incredible that is. But playing with one of my favorite people and favorite artists that I've ever worked with, her name is AI. She's amazing. She's like the queen of R&B and pop in Japan. She's the voice. She reminds you of like Shaka Khan and like Patti LaBelle type, but she's this little short Japanese girl. She's just the coolest. That I can't even express, man. That opportunity, I am forever grateful to be able to tour Japan and wake up and there's Japanese anime on TV. I can watch Dragon Ball Z when it actually comes on television. Like I can watch Pokemon when it comes on television. I can watch Yokai Watch and Naruto and One Piece and all the rest of them. Yeah. Like,
now I know that there's going to be some of our readers and listeners that when they hear that they're going to go, what? But there's a lot of them out there that are going to go, oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we know what this is about.
It's Japanese anime. If you guys ever want to talk anime, you holler at me. I can talk anime. I've seen everything. I've read everything. I am what they call otaku. You know what otaku is?
I do.
Otaku is basically their word for extreme nerd life, and that is exactly what I am. I dress. This is a djembe. I have on a djembe top, and I don't know where my wife. These are actually my wife's pants.
Well,
isn't that hilarious? Me and my wife share clothes from time to time. Isn't that crazy?
Well, whatever's comfortable, right?
You seen my outfits in them.
Oh yeah, I know.
I dress how I feel.
There you go. I mean, it's a lot of times. Well, and of course, NAMM show is a show.
You're right.
And so a lot of times you see folks coming through. You're going, okay, this is.
And what I have on is nothing compared to some of the stuff we've seen.
Wear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
We've seen some stuff at NAMM show for sure, but I like to dress how I wear. You know another guy, good friend of mine, Thundercat.
Oh yeah.
Cat. Anytime me and Cat would stand next to each other and we'll have on these crazy outfits, some people would just kind of be looking like, what are they doing? But we literally just put on whatever we want. Well, that's all it is too. Mono neon, same thing.
Same thing.
Just it's more of an expression.
Of course, and in my day, I was, I had some outfits that I suppose when I look back, I wonder how my dad let me walk out the front door and didn't pull me aside and say, okay, son, pick a color. Because you got every color on, you decide with one and then kind of stick with that or something, and my idea of dress shoes was those high top Converse.
Oh, so, that's sweet.
Oh yeah.
That's sweet though. It looks good with a suit, man. that looks great with a suit.
That was the deal. But moving away from me, on tour, let's talk a little bit about gear because I know you play MTD.
Yes. MTD basses, Labella strings. Also what's cool is MTD and Labella kind of did a collaboration and made me a signature string.
Oh, nice.
Labella is known for all of their strings, but they've got the nylon that, Chuck Rainey and Bunny Brunel use a lot. So basically Labella made me a nylon string, but it has a blue silk inlay. So it's like silver bluish tint looking. Yeah, they're really cool. I'll get you some, man. I'll send you some. But they're I guess they kind of just express my weirdness.
Now you playing a 4 or 5 string?
All of them.
All of them.
All
okay.
of them. This tour, most of the time, I had my 7 string because I had to play guitar parts.
Okay.
Which is fun. Being a bass player, I get to play chords. I like playing chords, so that was cool.
A little bit of flexible response, and for all of those, every time I'm posting online anything with more than 4 strings, I swear half the folk out there start barking at the moon,
you know,
and
man,
having a fit about, like, you know, Jack only needed 4 strings
when he had a 5 string. Though,
oh yeah.
That's what. But the thing is this, man. When it comes to that, you know, you don't need more than 4 strings. The truth is this: people only say things about that because they don't understand. Maybe they can't comprehend. Maybe only you need a 4 string, but some people need 12. Yeah. My buddy Yves, he has a left-handed 12 string fretless. Yeah. He needs a 12 string because he's capable of playing it, and the ideas that he has, he can only do on that.
Absolutely.
It's not about appearance at this point. It's about what you're capable of doing, what type of music you want to play. You know, and most of the time, a lot of people that say that kind of stuff, maybe all they listen to is, you know, oldies or funk or rock and roll, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that if you want to listen to that. Yeah. But you can't discriminate against the people that are listening to metal or listening to gospel or listening. I mean, it's like, in other words, I don't like mayonnaise, right? I hate mayonnaise. I think that it should be banned. No, I'm just playing. No, but so I don't like mayonnaise, but I can't.
Hate's such a strong word when it comes to an inanimate object.
It's
right?
like if I don't like it, I just don't eat it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
There you go.
But it's how many people in the world? Almost 8 billion people or something like that. Clearly, mayonnaise is still being made to this day because somebody eats it.
That's right.
I just don't. So if I don't want to eat mayonnaise when I order my food, I just don't. That's it.
It's all good.
So for those people that hate the 6 string and the 7 and 9, for the people who hate a drum set more than a kick snare and a hat and a floor tom, hey, I'm sorry, but...
Well, you know, I think what we'll have to do when we post some extended range basses and they start commenting, I'm just going to say mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Have you all just know mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise or what's something else I don't like.
Y'all can get really, well, oh man, but chitlins, unless your grandma's making them, they are kind of hard to eat.
I cannot do it.
I've been there.
I can't do it if mama, if auntie, if Sister Jenkins, I can't do it if nobody is making them things.
They're an acquired taste. But let's get away from food. It's so again, we were talking gear. Also, I know groove gear.
Groove gear for sure. Bartolini, Gallien-Kruger. Forrest Gallien is actually heading up here today.
Nice.
Roland and Boss. Who else? I guess THG Knobs. I mean, it's a lot of people I owe many thanks to, for sure.
Well, it's always great to see the support that musicians get in order to bring forth, you know, their sound. And so it's like what Einstein used to say, stands on the shoulders of other giants.
Yeah.
And we've been celebrating this year the year of the luthier.
Yeah.
And that has brought forward a lot of the art, because without luthiers, there's no basses. Man. And so people like Michael Tobias that pays attention to the detail and figures out, and Bartolini winding those all those little bitty wires and stuff for us.
60-some years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's without them, man, we wouldn't be able to do what we love to do, and we wouldn't be able to do what we want to do. You know, like. I'm grateful for everybody, man. Mike, Bob Gallien, Jay from Groove Gear, Eric and Richard from Labella. I mean, Jay from Roland, and Chris and Brian Ali from Roland. All of those guys,
the whole crowd.
Man,
there we go.
Everybody, man, everybody. I'm grateful extremely, you know, because it's when you have the gear that you really love and you're able to make music off of it, it really, I feel like it really helps you like create creativity. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing something that you really don't feel comfortable on, then it's harder to do things. It's harder to feel good. But when you have what you want, it's like no limit, man.
Well, and I believe that they also understand that by putting their products and their things in your hands, they're putting their best foot forward because you take that inanimate object and, you know, bring it to life.
That's what Mike says.
That's the thing right there, you know.
Mike and Dan say that all the time.
Yeah.
We just are happy that people play our instruments. That's what they always say, and I respect that a lot. Yeah.
Now, as busy as you are, because you just, like, when I look on Facebook, you're in a different town or city, like every picture there is, and I know you've got a clinic coming up in a couple of days. But projects on your own, if you ever get a chance to catch your breath, you had a CD out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for the future, anything like that, or do you even have a chance to think about that?
Well, definitely, and believe it or not, a short story about that. I was fortunate to be able to release a couple singles a few years ago, and it made me so happy. But of course, you want to do more. Now, yeah, if your schedule gets crazy, you may not be able to, but you can still do it. You can still figure out a time. Now, I wanted to have this album finished a long time ago, and I want to say this as an encouragement to people too. I know what it's like when life happens. You know, for example, for me, as soon as my mother got sick, I didn't care about anything. Like it's like my drive kind of went away, and even when I would try and do stuff, it was hard to concentrate because I was thinking about Mom, and then, you know, missing my wife when I would be gone and stuff like that. I know what it's like, but if you can just push past that.
Gotcha.
So the past maybe 2 years, I've just been trying to fight to get stuff done, and, you know, trying to find, you know, you get where you're trying to find the people that are going to be involved in all the different things, whether it's mixing or this guitar player, this guy that plays drums, this guy that plays keyboard, this guy that's a programmer, a mastering or engineer, whatever it is. I know what it feels like for stuff to go slow.
Gotcha.
But you have to be persistent, and you can't worry about how long it's taking. You got to say, it's going to get done when it gets done.
Gotcha.
You know? And when it gets done, it's going to be all good. So I'm happy to say that my album is actually being mixed right now.
Nice.
As we speak. And
with an expected release date of ballpark, because again, things take time.
For a target, I'm supposed to see him when I get back off the road. I'm supposed to go to the studio, and we're just going to do a listen down of all the songs. I'm hoping maybe fall.
Nice.
Or,
you know, that is about now, right?
Yeah, I know.
September 1st, we'll start going.
Maybe I'll push it
late,
to like
late fall, early winter.
Early winter, maybe. Okay. Well, let's just say this before NAMM show.
Okay.
I'm definitely the situation now is just the mix, and this guy is a genius. His name is Tom at Dream Studios in LA. He's a phenomenal, crazy. His ear and everything is nuts. So, we're gonna see. You know, we're gonna see. While I'm back out in Japan, we'll be taking care of all the business side of it, which is gonna take me about 3 months as it is. But, you know, y'all keep me in your prayer, man.
It's all that distraction time chasing after the Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, who are you kidding? And they got so many rare ones out there in Japan too, man. Yes, you better believe I do have Pokemon going on. I definitely do. Definitely. But yeah, man, it's on the way though, and it's 23 plus tracks on there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of music, man. It is a lot of music.
We'll be waiting to hear that. Looking very much forward to that.
Yes.
So I want to certainly thank you so much for taking time. I know you're busy and this is exhausting, and it's always great to catch up. And we've really never, after all of these times, we've never had a chance to sit down and talk.
Man,
you know, so this is just amazing. I would tell you to catch this tour, but you've only got 2 shows left.
That's it.
So
we're going home, baby. We're getting up out of here. We're getting to mess about.
But there is stuff to look forward to. From Robert Bubby Lewis, CD, future projects. I mean, you know, catch him in a town near you, because he's going to be there any day now, you know?
After Japan,
After Japan. Well, anyway, thank you so much. Folks, you've seen this here, coming to you live from Ridgefield, Washington, Bass Musician Magazine.
Peace.